Good evening, this is All India Radio Kohima and I'm Nobin Pradhan with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Modi says Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore's vision is the essence of Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Nagaland Chief Minister Rio extends Christmas greetings, urges people to be on guard against COVID-19 amidst celebrations. Nagaland detects 13 new COVID-19 infections, taking tally to 11,890, and Pochuri Students' Union affirms not to compromise on quality of work of developmental activities within its jurisdictions. The details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore's vision is the essence of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is the path of India's welfare for world welfare. Addressing the centenary celebrations of the Vishwa Bharati University in Shantiniketan through video conferencing, Prime Minister Modi said Gurudev wanted that the world should benefit from what is best in India and it should also learn from what is good in the world. The Prime Minister is the Chancellor of the university. He said India is spreading the message emanating from Vishwa Bharati to the whole world. The Prime Minister said Vishwa Bharati showed us how to live and learn with nature. He said India is the only major country which is moving in the right direction to achieve environmental targets set under the Paris Agreement. He asserted that India is also leading the world in environmental protection through International Solar Alliance. Remembering the heritage of Bhakti movement in Bengal, Modi said, with Bhakti and freedom movement, Gurudev Tagore's Vishwa Bharati added new energy in the knowledge movement of India. The Prime Minister also spoke about the importance of Atmanirbhar Bharat and how students of the university should utilize social media to help local artists in selling their products and thus achieve the goal of vocal for local. Nagaland Chief Minister has extended heartiest and warm season's greetings to all the people of the state. In his message on the eve of Christmas, Rio said, Christmas is a season of peace, joy and hope, a time of giving, a time of sharing and of loving. He said Christmas signifies the end of despair, the beginning of hope and a time of new blessings from God. Maintaining that this is an occasion for reconciliation and reunion, he said, with the true spirit of Christmas, we can iron out any differences and in its place build bridges of friendship and trust. Maintaining that the year 2020 happens to be unprecedented because of the coronavirus pandemic, the Chief Minister appreciated the overall response of the people for rising up together to meet the demands of this very unusual disaster. He urged people to be on the guard even during Christmas celebrations as we continue to fight the pandemic. On the unresolved Naga political issue, Rio said it has been going on for many decades, but in spite of many agreements, accords, sacrifices and hardships, it could not be resolved. In this, the Chief Minister appealed all to continue to pray and collectively work to resolve the Naga issue by 2021 to bring about lasting peace in our land. Rio also wished all a very blessed Christmas and a prosperous and peaceful New Year 2021. Meanwhile, All India Radio Kohima will broadcast the Chief Minister's Christmas Eve message in both FM Tragopan and primary channel right after tonight's English news, which will be followed by the recorded version in Nagamese. India has leaped across a significant milestone in its fight against COVID-19 as the recovery rate improved to 95.75% in the country. With a continuous decline in the number of active corona cases, the active case load in the country today has further decreased to stand at 2.80%. The active cases in the country stands at around 2.83 lakh. The number of new daily cases remained even below 25,000, with 24,712 cases being reported in the last 24 hours. The national cumulative recovery rate has also further improved to be at 95.75% with recovery of over 96.93 lakh people so far. Nagaland today detected 13 new COVID-19 infections, taking the tally to 11,890. State Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangnupom in a tweet said 6 cases are from Dimapur, 5 in Kohima and 2 in Mokokchung. He also informed that 83 positive patients have recovered during the day, Kohima 64, Perin 11 and Dimapur 8. With this, a total of 11,377 infected persons have recovered so far, taking the recovery rate to 95.68%. Currently, the state has 305 active patients. Altogether, 77 COVID-19 infected patients have died in the state, out of which 10 had comorbid conditions. A total of 131 persons have migrated to other states. You are listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. The Pochuri Students' Union has said that it would not compromise on the quality of work being carried out within the Pochuri jurisdiction. In the release, PSU, while asserting to closely monitor all developmental activities, urged upon the contractors of the ongoing works and projects within its jurisdiction under Meluri subdivision in Phek district to follow all specifications and deliver the best. This was conveyed to the contractors during a joint meeting of PSU and its unit with contractors of the ongoing road maintenance from Akash Bridge to Akhego, wherein they deliberated on various issues related to developmental projects within Pochuri jurisdiction. The central government has written to the farmer unions inviting them for talks and reiterated its commitment to discuss and find solutions to all the issues raised by them. It has asked them to decide the date and time for the next round of talks. In a letter to farmer unions, Joint Secretary in the Agriculture Ministry Vivek Agrawal asserted that the centre is always ready to hold talks with open mind and to reach logical solutions of the issues raised by the protesting farmers. Union Minister for Road Transport, Highways and MSMEs Nitin Gadkari today inaugurated and laid the foundation for 18 highway projects in Rajasthan through video conference. AIR correspondent reports that the length of these road projects is about 1,127 kilometers, involving expenditure of 8,341 crore rupees. 11 projects costing 6,427 crore rupees were inaugurated today with a total length of 821 kilometers. These projects also include construction of Jaipur Ring Road. Addressing the program, Gadkari said that 52 projects worth 30,000 crores have been completed by the Ministry of Roads and Highways in the last 6 years. In Assam, 19 lakh people whose names are not included in the NRC list could exercise their voting rights in the upcoming assembly polls if not declared foreigner by the Foreigners Tribunal (FT). Sources in the Chief Electoral Office in Guwahati said that the Election Commission is clear that nobody would be deprived of their voting rights unless declared foreigner by the Foreigners Tribunals. The source said that those 19 lakh citizens whose names were not included in the NRC list could exercise their franchise if they are not declared foreigners by the Foreigners Tribunal. Assembly polls in the state are to be held next year. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has congratulated DRDO for taking indigenous missile development to new heights with the successful launch of medium-range surface-to-air missile. In a tweet, he said this missile is capable of engaging multiple aerial targets with a range exceeding 50 kilometers. Javadekar described it as a major technology breakthrough. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. Prime Minister Modi says Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore's vision is the essence of Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Nagaland Chief Minister Rio extends Christmas greetings, urges people to be on guard against COVID-19 amidst celebrations. Nagaland detects 13 new COVID-19 infections, taking tally to 11,890, and Pochuri Students' Union affirms not to compromise on quality of work of developmental activities within its jurisdiction. And that is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.